We are following breaking news right now related to music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. Major new allegations today of sexual assault and exploitation by Combs. For the first time, we are hearing about victims who say they were minors when they were allegedly assaulted by the music star. The youngest allegedly just 9 years old.
The complaint alleges in part that defendant Combs and another defendant committed a, quote, violation of New York City Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Protection Act by viciously and violently forcing sexual contact, oral sex, and sexual intercourse on the plaintiff.
Wherever he is, his resolve is the same. He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
Some of the hardest parts of this pain are the shame and the guilt I have experienced that plays a negative part in my day-to-day ability to function properly.
And they usually do not indict someone, especially someone of this kind of public magnitude, without having all their ducks already lined up. So I imagine it is a very serious case.
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. Sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I hit rock bottom.
In November 2023, the singer Cassie, real name Cassandra Ventura, filed an explosive federal lawsuit against her former partner Sean Diddy Combs, claiming he had been physically and sexually abusive throughout their relationship. The complaint alleged that Combs' abuse ranged from beating Ventura and forcing her to have sex with other men to raping her at her home in 2018. The rapper settled the lawsuit within a day. But it didn't end there. This was a situation that the rapper couldn't simply buy his way out of. Since then, over 24 men and women have sued Combs, accusing him of a wide range of abusive behavior including sexual harassment, rape, non-consensual pornography, and sex trafficking. The situation escalated in March when federal agents raided Combs' properties in Miami and Los Angeles. And then on September 16th, federal agents arrested Combs at a Manhattan hotel following a grand jury indictment. The music mogul was charged with racketeering and sex trafficking, to which he pleaded not guilty. A judge ruled that he be held without bail until trial.
Sure you want to do that? Sure you want to do that?
Following the raids, Combs' lawyer Aaron Dyer maintained that his client is innocent and will continue to fight every single day to clear his name. The music mogul even took matters into his own hands, turning to Instagram to deny all of his accusers' allegations. I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy, he said in December. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. However, anyone's doubts about the hip-hop mogul's guilt were swiftly diminished in May, when CNN published graphic security footage showing Combs assaulting Ventura in a hotel back in 2016. Viewer warning for content displaying domestic violence.
New surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then-girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video.
According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room. The surveillance video begins as she enters the hallway. The complaint says, as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. The complaint goes on to say, he grabbed at her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her. The video lines up closely with the allegations in Cassie's suit, further cementing her claims and diminishing any doubts that may have been left in the public's mind about whether or not she was telling the truth. So often, survivors of domestic abuse aren't believed until physical evidence is provided.
Hey, brother love, brother love.
And just like that, the reputation of one of hip-hop's music moguls was destroyed. Social media was littered with jokes about baby oil and think pieces about how one man was able to get away with abuse for so long without getting caught. Was it his wealth? His power? Who else knew about what was going on and chose to stay silent?
Come on, give us some love, Diddy.
A magnifying glass was placed on all of the celebrities and staff who had associated closely with Diddy over the years as people began to question just how innocent they could have been. Was this all just one big open Hollywood secret? But in order for us to truly understand how Diddy was able to get away with his crimes for so long, we have to go back. Way back to the 90s when Sean Combs was not yet the superstar rapper and producer he is today, but was just a kid from Mount Vernon trying to make it big. By whatever means necessary.
Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, or at this point, simply Sean Combs, started his life in Harlem, New York City. Growing up in a single-parent household, he was forced to step up as the man of the house from a young age after losing his father to crime when he was only 3. His mother, Janice Combs, encouraged his artistic pursuits, and he found solace in music. After dropping out from Howard University, Diddy began his career by becoming an intern at Uptown Records, one of the oldest and more prominent hip-hop labels with a roster including artists such as Mary J. Blige, Heavy D and the Boys, and of course, the notorious B.I.G.
It's the one and only Biggie Smalls, doing his thing in the rap world, that's right, baby.
He swiftly rose up in the ranks of the company, eventually becoming vice president while simultaneously making a ton of industry connections. But this abruptly came to an end when he was fired by the company's CEO, Andre Harrell, for seemingly becoming too big for his boots. In an interview with Oprah, Diddy said that the reason he lost his job was because he didn't understand protocol or workplace politics, and there can't be 2 kings in one castle. But this wasn't enough to stop a young Sean Combs. If anything, it motivated him to become his own boss. And in 1993, just weeks after losing his old job, Diddy formed the label Bad Boy Records, with one of the first people he signed being the notorious B.I.G., aka Biggie. This was a huge blow to Uptown Records given the massive success of Biggie's critically acclaimed debut album Ready to Die in 1994. Diddy's career and reputation as a record executive and producer continued to grow during the early to mid-90s, working with artists such as Mariah Carey, Mace, TLC, Aretha Franklin, and so many others. Diddy was churning out hit after hit, and by 1997 the company had generated over $100 million in record sales. But whilst things were going well for the growing star, this was also when he began to run into some of his legal issues.